Hope you get lots of enjoyment out of those pictures. Kerrie actually turned 50, not today, but on Tuesday, which happened to coincide with our monthly poker night. But I said there's no way that I'll be playing poker on the night that my wife turns 50. Absolutely no way. So I insisted, against a torrent of objectors, that Neil would host poker for that night. And I'm grateful, Neil, that you did, yes. So that I could take my favourite person to her favourite restaurant, which is what we did. And although that decision was a very extremely easy decision for me to make, it is, you should be very proud that you have so many loyal friends and families that watched me very closely as I made that snap decision.
They didn't want me to come in from teaching and have them all sitting there going, ooh.
There were other elements to it. Yes. Not that Kerrie needs support. We have been married now for 22 years, and I don't believe we've had a single argument. Since very early this morning.
Since lunchtime.
Actually, yes. Yes, much to our kids' disgust. We do like to air our grievances, but Oprah says this is because we're soulmates. And Kerrie's the best friend I've ever had, and I hope that she feels the same way, and I love her very much. Even more than I love poker. I love my wife, Kerrie. We watched our wedding speeches recently, and in mine I said that one of the things I liked about Kerrie was that she has a very broad emotional range. She was like Melbourne's weather. If you don't like her emotional state, just wait 5 minutes. But the other, and 22 years later, happily the same rule still applies. But I also said that I loved how honest, her other two attributes were her honesty and her open-heartedness. And I think all of you here today would say that they're two defining attributes of Kerrie still today. And they are the things that make her such a gifted ballet teacher, because she draws the children to her. Yes. All the children want to be in her classes. Yeah. All the children hate me when I take her away for a weekend. Miss Kerrie's going away with Mr. Kerrie for a weekend. Why, Miss Kerrie? Why? But she loves being with the kids as well. But luckily for me, she loves to be with me as well. And most of you here know that one of our favourite activities every week is that on Fridays we go to the Nova Cinema and we watch a movie. And at the end of the movie we go across to Tiamo and we wait in queue for a table on the footpath and we sit down and we order the... We bump into Tony. We bump into Tony sometimes. We order the carafe of Chianti and the large mushroom pizza. Not the quattro funghi, the large mushroom pizza every week, because Kerrie and I believe there's nothing better for a couple than to do the same thing over and over, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. But having said that, I've decided that from now on Friday nights,
Margarita.
Who knows? Maybe the Calabrese. On Friday nights, I'm thinking now, you know, when the lights are low, and I might find a new place to go. Where they play the right music and they're getting in the swing.
Not downtown.
I'd like to be your king.
Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen. Young and sweet, only just 15. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can jive, having the
dancing queen. Well, she's my dancing queen at least. And I'd like to hand her over to you. Thank you. Top that. Top that. There, come on. Are you organised?
I won't be able to top that. No, oh my God. Thank you. Oh God. Hang on, I need water.
Scotch.
No, I've only had beer. I've been really good. Oh, thank you everyone for attending tonight. It's so good to have an opportunity to catch up with people I haven't seen for so long. There's all my old dancing people
Actually, we
here.
never get invited to fucking pizza.
Well, soon, next week.
We know where you are.
Thank you to the people who've travelled a long way. My brother Andrew from Perth with my niece Holly and Ben, Jenny and John from Wodonga, and Kathy from Torquay. Thank you for all the beautiful gifts. I firstly have to thank my aunt who resurrected this dress I'm wearing. It's a dress that's about 65 years old. It belonged to my great aunt Jessie, and Lynn I said, I've got this old dress, and she pinned it and fixed it this week, which is amazing. And she only took a few days to do it. And on top of that, she's made hundreds of beautiful finger food desserts. They're in the next room hiding from the dog, which will come out soon. And so I want to say thank you to Lynn, and nothing is ever too much trouble for Lynn. She always goes way over the top for me, so much love. Next, my immediate family, Zach, Jar and Angus. Thank you for your speeches, Zach and Angus. I'll have to talk to Jar about hers. She was having a gathering at her house tonight. I saw her on Facebook, so yeah, and that was very much Jar.
Gathering.
Zach has spent hours preparing food and baking. Angus, for all your work today in setting up and running the bar and being the sound and film technician. Since returning to teaching, I had 18 months off. My favourite times of the week have been when I can catch up with Zachy for brunch and Angus in the morning when we do the L plate drive into school. My boys are really different, but I love the energy I get from Zach, and I try and channel the calmness in Angus. Jara, of course, is not here, but her birthday present to me this week was her receiving a secondment, a subcontract with the Royal New Zealand Ballet for the next season, so that was really good. So that's why she did. The good thing about having a significant birthday is it forces you to do a bit of a stock take. I've spent the last few weeks doing that. I finally can say I can have few regrets and feel very happy where I am at this point. Stuart will find it hard to believe because he constantly calls me the forever pessimist, but I do feel that at this point. I do love my job, and I believe I'll continue to teach into my 70s if my body allows me. I never feel happier than when I'm in the studio with my students, hearing the music moving, and most of the time smiling and laughing. The best moments are when a student finally gets something you're trying to explain and you witness the penny dropping. It's such a great moment to share with a student. So I have to thank my new bosses, especially Kate, my beautiful Kate, who's here tonight. She pulled me out of the dungeons of Melbourne Uni, where I'm a bit of a live-in-the-moment person, and I sort of saw myself as I've left the other school, and I thought, oh, this is my job now, but Kate actually rescued me. Thank you, Kate. And I love working for you. I love your ambitious nature, and I love being part of helping you develop your new school. So thank you so much. Lastly, of course, I want to thank Stuart. He's planned every single part of this party. You know, who knows Stuart? He's a detail person. 99% of the food, the decorations, the music, the invites, and once again, the entertainment have been executed with millimetre precision. I met Stuart 26 years ago at the Lord Newry, and although we're very opposite people, we sort of share, our main connection is we share a quest to sort of get to the truth of most things, and I think that's what keeps us together. He has supported me through many ups and downs, the death of my parents, my difficult pregnancies, and our very pregnant girl, and my very stressful departure from ACB. As some of you would know, he's an amazing listener and always shows me a different perspective that I might not have considered. Sorry. I thank you, Stuart, and I thank you for being by my side for the last 26 years, and look forward to the next. Love you. And I consider myself very lucky this week. It's made me feel very loved, and I feel very humble, and I just want to say thank you to all the people who make my life what it is. Woo!
Without alcohol. Oh my God.
Now you can have a real drink.